Yes, it is time to celebrate because we have hit 30,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is an incredible landmark for me, and a massive thank you to you guys which have helped me and supported me along the way. Nearly 4 years on YouTube now, and well, I think it's as I'm recording this on the 1st of June, and it's the 1st of July actually when I started my channel back in 2011. And that'll be my 4th year on YouTube. Are we going to do something special? I don't know for that day. But yeah, thanks again guys. I really do appreciate it. I don't know how to say it, but it's just a really good feeling. I put so much effort and work into this channel over the last 4 years. And it's really nice to see, you know, the support still coming. And some of the last couple of months on YouTube have been my best ever. So yeah, now today we're going to be doing a Q&A, a question answer video. And that's to say thank you for 30,000 subscribers and answer some of the questions you guys have been asking me on my video I uploaded a couple of weeks ago I think now. And just some questions I asked for, going through them in this video. And if for anyone wondering, this is the Sauber C9, I think it's the Sauber C9. The Sauber from Project Cars, and I'm racing it around the Bugatti circuit at Le Mans, the shorter circuit you'll have seen with the MotoGP bikes. This is the track we're driving here today. So enjoy that gameplay in the background. And if we do go over over the limit of how much gameplay I have with this, I do actually have a bit of backup gameplay from Le Mans, not Le Mans, from Laguna Seca as well to add on to the gameplay at the end. But anyway, let's get into this, and we're gonna go from the first question to the last question. So, first question came in from Sid Kumar. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And he said, if you had to pick two drivers to race for your team, who would they be? You can choose from any racing category apart from current Formula 1 drivers. Apart from current Formula 1 drivers, okay. I'm not too sure. This would just race for my Formula 1 team, I guess. So you just pick the 2 best drivers all time, I assume. And this is a really tough one because there are 3 drivers that like instantly stick into your mind. Well, for me at least. Prost, Senna and Schumacher. Surely those would be the 3 you'd pick if there was a 3-car team, but obviously 2-car team. And it's really tough to pick because I never watched Senna or Prost actually race. So I think to make this fair, I'm not going to pick either of them. I'm going to put Michael Schumacher in there because I actually watched him race. I never actually watched Senna and Prost race. So I don't think it's fair to put either of them because I really don't have any knowledge, or I don't really, I haven't really watched races of them from Formula 1, so I don't think it's fair to put them in. So I'm going to put Michael Schumacher in, and oh, it's a tough one, isn't it? Maybe Tom Christiansen. He won Le Mans so many times. I think we're going to go with that. Tom Christiansen and Michael Schumacher. Mix it up a little bit. Anyway, next question comes in from F1 Fan 98. He goes, Q&A. What age are you? Who did you take inspiration from? Congrats on 30k, so thank you for that. I am 19, so I turned 19. My birthday's obviously in March, so I was 19 then. And who do I take inspiration from? Now, I'm going to say this for YouTube first off. I think the people I looked at on YouTube and then sort of first when I started YouTube was probably, I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it because it's sort of Call of Duty stuff here, but probably Woody's Gamertag, T Martin, Bash LOL, some people like that. I don't know whether you guys remember that. If anybody of you were around in the F1 community at about 2010, 2011, you probably would have heard of them. They were some of the bigger YouTube channels back then. That's who I had inspiration from to start off with. And inspiration otherwise, I'm not really sure, to be perfectly honest. I just try and, do things I enjoy in life, and I don't know, do I take inspiration? I don't know. It's a good question. I'll have to think about that a bit more. Maybe I'll come back to it later on in the video. But on YouTube, yeah, Woody's Gamertag, T Martin, Bash LOL, can't remember the others, but there are a couple of other ones out there as well. Basically just Call of Duty people back from then. I mean, they don't really do YouTube, I don't think, much anymore. I don't watch their channels anymore, but that's what really started me off on YouTube, and otherwise, I said, I'm not too sure. Then, next question comes in from RuTube, and he says, will you ever attend any gaming events so we can meet you? Also, what consoles will you get F1 2015 on? Well, to start off your question, I have actually been to a couple of gaming events before, but I suppose I didn't really talk about it because, well, 2013 I went to Was it 20? I think it was 2013. It was 2012 or 2013. I know it was 2012. I went to Resd, which was a sort of a small indie game convention. 2013 I went to Eurogamer for the first time. Then 2014 I went to Eurogamer for the second time, and I'm going to be going to Eurogamer again this year in Birmingham. I actually got a press ticket, a 3-day press ticket this time, so I might be going to all 3 days. I'm not too sure. Well, I'm going to see first if there's enough stuff there to actually keep me around for 3 days or 4 days. I don't even know how long it goes on for, but yeah, I've got gaming event tickets for Eurogamer. I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description, but if not, just type in EURO then GAMER and it will come up somewhere. Put Eurogamer Convention or whatever. I'm sure a lot of people will ask how you spell it, because it might be a bit of a weird spelling, especially if you haven't ever heard of it before. But yeah, so yeah, if you want to meet me, I'm going to go to Eurogamer this year. I'll probably announce it or something on Twitter, which is at AlexZAfRo, link in the description. So I'll probably talk about it on Twitter or whatever, so you guys know about what's happening and everything with that, and maybe we can do a meetup. I don't really want to. I never said that before, because I never thought that, you know, I'd have enough people that would want to, you know, meet me and say hello or whatever. But maybe, I don't know. And the last part of your question: what consoles do we get F1 2015 on? Definitely PC and PS4, because I've got both of those consoles. If I ever got an Xbox One, obviously I'll get it on that as well. So maybe all of them. At the moment, just PC and PS4, because I don't have an Xbox One. Next question comes in from Mikael Costa. Hopefully I pronounced the name right. Project Cars online or single player? At the moment, I've actually not played online at all, so I'm going to go single player because I haven't played online. I'd assume online's actually probably better, but I haven't played it yet, so I don't want to say. And then yeah. Q&A, are you buying Project Cars, and what are you going to buy Project Cars when it's released, and what do you think about it? Okay, I think you maybe got a bit confused here. I'm literally going through these questions for the first time. I haven't read them before, and obviously I've got Project Cars now. And what do I think about it? I suppose I can answer that. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I think, in all honesty guys, it was sort of what Grid Autosport was supposed to be. I mean, Grid Autosport was actually quite a good game. It never got enough credit, but yeah, I think it's just a really fun game, and I'm enjoying it actually quite a bit. I'm not too sure whether you guys are enjoying it on the channel or not. We'll obviously see with this gameplay in the background, and obviously another career mode video up soon. But yeah, I'm actually enjoying it. I think it's, you know, at first I thought it's a pretty terrible game. I played it at Eurogamer last year. It was bad, and in my opinion at least, and it's improved so much, so I actually really do enjoy it. Definitely worth it, especially if you're on PC, because some good deals out there at the moment. Next question comes in from II Comment 13. Will you be doing any leagues for F1 2015? If so, Xbox One, PS4, PC, certain ones, for example, Xbox One and PC. Yeah, he's asking basically whether I'm going to be doing any F1 leagues for F1 2015. So I thought about it, and I've talked to Rightbox a little bit about this, because him and I were thinking about doing a league like together. We're both sort of co-owners of the league or something, so I haven't actually talked to him in a little bit about this, but I'm thinking maybe doing a league with Rightbox on PC, most likely to start off with. Then probably, I'm just going to say PC at the moment, and then I'm not going to say maybe on PS4 or whatever, because I don't know whether we'll be able to, you know, have enough time to do that. But PC at the moment, probably looking likely we might be doing something. Anyway, thanks for the question. Moving on to the Sideways Nismo. Do you know how long until Project Cars, or are you not? What? Sorry, I missed out a word there. Do you know how long it is until you buy Project Cars, or are you not? I assume he's asking whether I'm going to get Project Cars. Some of these questions were before I bought it, so yeah, a lot of these questions might actually be about it. But yeah, obviously I've got it now, and let's hope F1 2015 release you get 35,000 subscribers. Hopefully I will. I mean, we're nearly at 31,000 subscribers. That's pretty insane. Q&A, favourite car ever, prototypes included. Audi R8, in my opinion. I've liked that car ever since it's launched, and yeah, Audi R8 and Golf GTI. My two favourite cars, pretty much ever. What has been your most enjoyable F1 game to play? You know, I would say F1 Challenge 9902, but I went back and played that, and it was pretty bad in all honesty. So probably F1 2010 or F1 2012. I enjoyed those games quite a bit. Also, oh no, this is a silly question and I'm just going to mess up saying it as well. Also, if you had the choice between an Austin 7, a donkey, or swimming down the River Thames to get to South London all the way to North London at 8 AM on a Tuesday morning, what would you use? Austin 7. Alex Ryan, what is your favourite game ever? What is it? Ratchet and Clank, I know, is one of them. Simpsons Hit and Run probably as well in there. Gran Turismo 3 and Gran Turismo 4. There's another one, but I can't quite remember at the moment. What is your favourite guitar? Never played guitar, sorry Alex, so I have no idea about that. And who's your least favourite F1 YouTube? Whoa! I don't want to, you know, to be honest guys, I don't watch an awful amount of F1 videos on YouTube anymore, and I don't think it's really fair to say who's the least favourite, because no one's bad. Because in this community, I think we're one of the better communities on YouTube. We don't have that many fights. I'm sure some people will disagree with that, but there aren't that many arguments on the F1 community, which is good, I suppose. And there aren't really any bad F1 YouTubers. I mean, I get sent videos, obviously, people asking what can I improve on this video, and I'm like, this is pretty good. Much better than when I first started on YouTube. So yeah, no, I don't honestly feel there anybody that's bad on F1 YouTube at the moment. Everyone's doing quite a good job, and as I said, I don't really watch that many F1 videos on YouTube anymore, because obviously I make all the videos myself, and when it's hard to watch I know it sounds stupid, but for me it's kind of hard to watch a game which you play so much, and it's like I'd rather go watch something else in all honesty. So yeah, don't watch that many F1 videos actually on YouTube at the moment. Next question comes in from Durboss. He says, congrats on 30k, thank you. Favourite F1/MotoGP driver? Favourite F1 driver is Adrian Sutil, but then if you're asking who's actually racing this year, probably Romain Grosjean. And MotoGP driver or rider, Jorge Lorenzo. Favourite racetrack? Brands Hatch. Favourite race series? Probably British Touring Cars, or yeah, probably British Touring Cars. Next one comes in from Kaito Racer 101. Do you watch the World Endurance Championship, and what manufacturer do you think will win Le Mans? Yes, I try and keep up to date with the World Endurance Championship quite a bit, but normally it's like 6-hour races, so I normally just catch, you know, certain parts of the race sometimes. I don't normally watch, you know, the whole part. I'll try and watch Le Mans this year if I'm not working. And what manufacturer do you think is going to win Le Mans? Toyota. Let's just throw it out there, Toyota. I mean, I don't think I've had a great start to this season, but let's just say Toyota to spice things up. Right then, next question. Getting through these quite quickly, which, well, not, you know, it's not good to go through them quickly, but I'm, you know, answering all the questions quite a good depth, so I think, yeah, doing alright with this so far. And this isn't supposed to be like a hyper energetic video, obviously you guys would have realised that by now, because it's going to be a long video and I don't want to tire out my voice, because I've got to record other videos today. Next video, next video. Next question comes in from Callum Ashton. Why is Sutil your favourite driver? Well, I remember back to 2007, I started watching Formula 1 because Lewis Hamilton obviously won GP2 the year before, and he was doing well, he was quick in testing and all that sort of stuff, and he was looking good for the championship. And whilst watching that season, I really liked the style and the driving of Adrian Sutil, and the fact he was, you know, I thought he was like funny in interviews. I thought he was just a generally nice guy and a quick racing driver as well. Obviously he's tailed off a bit over the last couple of years, but I thought he was generally a very quick driver in his peak in Formula 1. He was always like a bit of an underdog as well, and I think everyone likes an underdog. And you know, personally, I don't really like supporting teams and drivers that win all the time, because it's never that fun, is it? I mean, if you're winning every single time, like if you're a Mercedes supporter or you're a Red Bull supporter, is it really fun to win every single race? Or pretty much every single race? I'm not too sure. That's why I always like to support, well, I try and support teams, drivers which are not always winning. And I bet a lot of people are going to be asking, because I obviously got into football again recently. I was watching football a lot when I was younger, but yeah, a lot of people are going to be saying, you support Manchester United, so surely you're a Glory supporter. Well, basically my granddad used to support them, so I've always just, none of my parents really watched football, so I just took my sort of football team from my granddad, so I've always just supported Manchester United because of him. And otherwise I don't really support any people that win all the time. You could say, except from Lorenzo, who's doing well recently, but hasn't had the best of seasons in 2014 at least. So yeah, that went completely off topic. But yeah, basically I don't generally support one of the top guys, because I like, when they do well, like 1 or 2 times a season, it feels really good. Anyway, I can't pronounce this name. I think it's just random letters put into a keyboard and it's a username somehow, but ERHYNHYHYVBFVGH Q&A. What is your favourite track in all of motorsport? I'll answer that one first. I just sort of said it a minute ago, didn't I? I think my favourite track ever is Brands Hatch, just because I'm close to it and I can go to it and I enjoy it because it's a good track. And I'll go with Formula 1 as well, because I'm sure a lot of people are asked that. It's kind of quite tough to actually pick my favourite track, because there are a couple I do quite like. Austria, I like driving that. Austria is a nice track to drive, not the best for overtaking, but I'll say either Austria, Spa, and Hockenheim. I can't really choose between them. Probably Austria, maybe Hockenheim, maybe Spa. I don't know. Yeah, and his other part of his question was, what is your favourite type of car in general on the roads and in motorsport? Well, I sort of answered that before, didn't I? Volkswagen Golf GTI or Audi R8. And in motorsport, what's that? I can't remember what it was now. There was a racing car that looked so cool, and I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it is the Mazda 787B. Type it up on YouTube or into Google, guys. Absolutely amazing looking car. Crazy livery as well. So yeah, looking forward to but I don't even know. I was sort of already reading on to my next question here. So yeah, next question comes in from Jay Earnshaw. What do you think about the prospects of F1 2015 and what it offers? I haven't actually really gone hugely in depth with what F1 2015 has actually got in it at the moment. I've sort of just been watching people's videos on it and I haven't really took it all in. So F1 2015 is looking good, obviously, and what I mean by that is, I haven't read every single little feature. I've read over the big features on the game. I haven't looked into every little feature in the game. That's what I'm trying to say there. And yeah, I think it will offer something quite similar to what the other F1 games will be, but hopefully it'll be an improvement. At least that's the aim, at least I suppose, for them to be quite similar to the games before, but improving it. And will you be doing no HUD mode? He also asked as well. I think it's called Pro mode or Pro Season mode. Not sure. I'm not sure actually, guys. To everyone asking as well, I don't know whether I'm going to do that yet. Probably not, to be perfectly honest, because I don't like the cockpit camera in F1 games. So yeah, probably not actually. But yeah, he also asked what console we'll be getting it on, PC and PS4. And will you do open lobbies? Of course I will. Haven't done that actually many on F1 2014. None of them have ever really gone to plan. So yeah, hopefully I will in F1 2015 though. I've always been quite good with that, I think. Yeah. Also, if you hear any stuff like me drinking my Pepsi Max or quickly wiping my nose throughout this video, I'm sorry. Hopefully it won't pick it up in the microphone, but yeah, it probably will. Next question comes in from Wesley1041 Roblox, and it says, what do you think of the possible new regulations for the 2016-2017 season? I honestly have not seen anything about that. I'm just going to put it in Google and see if anything comes up. Regulation changes, chassis and engine rules proposed. So what are they trying to say here? Wider cars introducing 2000mm last used in 1997, currently 1800mm. Lower rear wing, wider rear tyres, increased the engine's horsepower to 1000. I don't know. Honestly, I don't think any of that's going to make a big difference. I think Formula 1, as I mentioned in the video a couple of days ago, it's always been like this. It's never been every single race is exciting, has it? There's always going to be a couple of races a season which stand out. Not every single race is going to be great, and honestly, I don't know really why they should just keep changing it. I mean, Formula 1's alright, like it, you know, it's at the moment. Sorry, sort of hiccup there. Yeah, F1's like alright there is at the moment. There's no need to just keep changing it. And increasing the horsepower isn't going to make a difference. What they need to do is, I mean, it doesn't make it. I think for me, I actually like the engines quieter because I can hear the radio transmission and everything on the TV a bit better. But I suppose if you're there in real life, you want to hear the engine sounds. So, yeah. What they need to do is really make the engines a bit louder, not just add more horsepower. It's not going to make much of a difference. And I don't know what making the car wider is going to actually do and lowering the rear wing. I mean, what they do in World Series by Renault 3.5, which is another racing series, they make it mandatory that you run low downforce for one of the races out of the 2 each weekend. That would be quite cool, if they made you run low downforce on some tracks, just to make it a bit more exciting. But that's something, I don't know. Time for a quick drink. This is going to be a long old video, isn't it? Well, I think we're not even halfway in yet, but we're getting towards the latter part of this gameplay. Hopefully I'm going to get through all of them actually. I'm rambling on a bit actually. Sebastian Hillier, what is your favourite vehicle in any game? Mainly racing of course. And what is your favourite track and why? Great video by the way, thank you Sebastian. Favourite vehicle in any game? Wow, there's a lot of them from Gran Turismo 4 I remember. I don't know, this is going to sound stupid to some people, but did you ever just get a really bad car in like Gran Turismo or Forza and just tune it up to the max, and it was horrible to drive, but you thought it was just so funny when you were racing against like really fast cars in your like AlexZAfRo or something? I don't know, but that was kind of, you know, that's funny. I know I've already answered the question in racing games and everything, so you know, I always thought that was a bit funny, so I thought I'd throw that in there as well. And favourite track and why? Brands Hatch, just because I can go there so much. If I want to, that is. It's still quite expensive. Lewis, by the way, asks, can you do a room tour? And also, do you think Red Bull will drop out of Formula 1 in 2016? I'll continue that question in a bit, because there's two parts of this question, or loads of parts of this question. So yeah, I can do a room tour. Maybe at 35,000 subscribers if you guys want me to. It hasn't really changed a huge amount since the last time, but I'm thinking about getting maybe a couple of extra things in my room here. I've got a new desk. Wow, that's interesting. So that might be a bit of an addition, but yeah, I'll maybe do that at 35,000 subscribers if you guys want. Do you think Red Bull will drop out of F1? No, there's literally... They'll keep moding until Renault do better, but apart from that, I just don't think they're going to drop out of F1. And in 2016, Haas may be coming into F1. I think that's supposed to mean. Will you think they will be like Manor slow team or more like Williams? I think they're going to be coming into Formula 1. They're going to have a slow car. They're not going to be near the front of the grid. They could scrape points in their first season because they've had a lot of development. But yeah, in all honesty guys, they're going to come into Formula 1 with a not so great car. They'll probably be slow, maybe better than Manor, not too sure, we'll see. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be very fast like Williams, Ferrari or Mercedes, as he asks here. But you know, never say never, and I'm sure that's what they're saying over at Haas F1. Motorsport fan asks, who do you think will win the 2015 F1 and MotoGP and WRC Drivers and Constructors Championship? Congrats on 30k. Well, thank you again for the congratulations. 2015 F1, I'm going to say Rosberg, just to go against the grain and be different. MotoGP, I'm going to say Lorenzo, once again, to go against the grain and be different. WRC, OGA. I support OGA as well. That sort of goes against my point against supporting drivers that haven't just won everything. But I'm a massive fan of Volkswagen. I own a Volkswagen car, and yeah, just support Volkswagen in anything they're in at the moment. And drivers, constructors, I mean, obviously F1 is going to be Mercedes, MotoGP will be Yamaha, WRC will be VW, Volkswagen. So thanks for the question. Salvador Silva says, in your opinion, what is the best steering wheel? Portugal, I'll support you. Well, thank you, Salvador. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. I think I did. Steering wheel, well, basically I use the Logitech G27, and I've also got a Driving Force GT as a backup wheel. In my opinion, they're the best two value for money wheels you can get. The G27, I think it's about 150 if you find it from the right place, 150, 200. Logitech Driving Force GT you can get for about 100 if you find it in the right place. So yeah, they're the best value for money steering wheels, and they're the only ones I've tried, so I don't want to say anything else at the moment. Golden Freddy says, if you could drive for a Formula 1 team for one season, what would it be? Well, this is actually a really tough one, because it makes you think about it, doesn't it? I mean, if there were no consequences about, you know, being slow and everything, you'd probably just say Ferrari, wouldn't you? Just because of the heritage. I mean, you see how much it means to Sebastian Vettel. I mean, he's won 4 world championships, for goodness sake, and you see him like crying about driving a Ferrari. It's that emotional for him. Maybe not crying, but you see him, he's really emotional about driving a Ferrari. And yeah, probably Ferrari, but as I'm British, McLaren. One of those two, obviously, Ferrari or McLaren. Apart from that, doesn't really, you know, Mercedes doesn't appeal to me or whatever. So yeah. Oh no, we got smooth racing with a subtle question. Yes. Thanks again, Josh, for the questions. Favourite subtle moment? I want to say the 4th place in Monza 2009, but I also want to say 2011 Spa when he finished 5th place. They're my 2 favourite moments, I think, of Adrian Sittle. Favourite Chiltern moment was just when I met him. That was just the best moment ever. And for anyone wondering, that was at a sponsor event that Chiltern went, you know, attended. Obviously, one of his sponsors put on the event, and I went to it. I won a prize or whatever to go to it, and I met Chiltern, got a picture, and I also got a half sort of scale size helmet of his Formula 1 helmet, which is really cool. And it's also signed by him as well. And he also asked, F1 2015 aside, which games are you most looking forward to playing this year? Actually, I don't know. Are there many games? Oh, Star Wars Battlefront. I think, is that coming out this year? I think it is. Hopefully it is. Fingers crossed. So that, obviously F1 2014, MotoGP 15, WRC 5, if that's what it's going to be called, and any other game Codemasters release that's racing. Really, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, thanks again for the questions. Anthony Thompson comes in with the question, says, would you do a subscriber would you do a subscriber meetup kart race? I would do, if anyone out there actually wants to and, you know, can afford to. That would be cool. I know it'd be difficult, but with the right planning it could be great. I agree with you. And looking at your, oh god, my mouse went everywhere. Looking at your picture, are you a racing driver by any chance? Looks like you've got a kart suit on there. Yeah, that would be quite cool to do a meetup, but I'd probably come last because I'm quite tall and quite heavy. Not really fat, but quite heavy. So yeah, probably come last, but yeah, I'd definitely think about that. If you know, let you know, if you're watching this video up to this point, leave me a comment down below. Would you be interested in doing a subscriber meetup, sort of kart race? I think it'd be cool. And next question comes in from Sergeant Shredders, and he says, if you owned an F1 team, what would you call it? Probably Afro Racing. What drivers would you hire? Wheel Power and Adrian Suttle. What engine would you use? Mercedes, if it was the best. And what would your livery look like? I've always, I don't know whether you guys have seen the picture of my car, but I like that sort of lighter blue, the baby blue, sort of, maybe a bit darker than baby blue colour. I quite like that colour, so maybe that as a main livery, and then Domino's Pizza sponsorship. If you want, you know, if you want to sponsor me, Domino's, I'm up for it. On the line, or on the racing line, it says, who inspired you to do YouTube? Obviously, I talked about that a little bit earlier on, but I suppose some of my friends as well. I saw some of my friends at school do YouTube, and I've never really thought about that. I've literally just come to my mind now. Quite a few of my friends at school did YouTube. Maybe that was the actual inspiration. I can't really. It's hard to remember who the actual person was, or whether it was just everyone at school doing it. Maybe it was everyone at school that did it to, you know, that inspired me to do it. I'm not too sure. He also asked if you could have any job, what would it be? You know, I've obviously went through GCSEs and A levels, and what I've sort of trained to be is something in like video editing or, you know, video camera work person. That's what I'd like to do, but it's quite tough, as I found recently, to find something in that area of work. We're getting through these questions quite a bit, and we're getting towards the end of the gameplay as well, just sort of switching back to it here and then. Shaybot says, if you could change one rule in F1, what would it be and why? What I'd probably do it, you know, one rule to change F1 is introduce. It's a tough one to really do in Formula 1, but a really good system which stopped people spending lots of money. Like, you could only spend like 10 million, 20 million or whatever over a year, so that it's all a bit closer. That's what I'd like to see, just so F1's a bit closer, because you look at GP2 and GP3, I mean, I know all the cars are the same, but the racing is just so much better than Formula 1. So yeah, that's probably what I'd do, try and introduce some sort of cost-cutting system. Who do you think is the most underrated F1 driver? From Glenn Johnson, or Glyn Johnson? Hopefully I pronounced your name right. If we go over the last couple of years, it's quite tough, isn't it, actually, to say who's underrated. Like, who don't people give enough credit to? Maybe Sergio Perez? Maybe? I mean, he's had quite a good performance this year. He's outperformed Hulkenberg. Maybe Perez? I'd obviously say Suttle. I don't think everyone gave him enough credit for how good he was in the Force India from 2011 and 2013. 2010, 2011, 2013. I think he did pretty good. So yeah, maybe Perez, Hulkenberg's obviously in there. Grosjean, I think, should be in there as well. Yeah, they're probably some of the ones I'd say were quite underrated. Would you like to see, or who would you like to see racing for Haas next year? Also from Glyn. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Adrian Sutter, I think, actually might have a chance, and I'm just going to say him. And you'd say maybe an American driver as well, so either Alexander Rossi or maybe Danica Patrick. I don't know, maybe one of those, we'll see. Time for a quick drink. He also asked, what driver change do you expect to see in the near future? Too early in my opinion, sorry Glenn, or Glyn, to say this season, to say who's going to be changing teams for next season. I think it's going to be hard to say until a bit later on in the season, until we get some rumours. Next question on CRO Gaming and Sport. If someone offers you an F1 contract with any team, would you accept it? Well, what I say to this question, if I've had experience, or if it's right now, you would say yes, but you obviously would say yes, because those opportunities like that will never come about again. But I'd really like a 3 or 4 year plan, like to have like go into like sort of Formula Renault 2.0, then maybe go up to Formula Renault 3.5. I just like that experience. I'd honestly, I need some sort of clause in that contract of a bit of experience in there as well. And what is your favourite YouTuber? This is tough actually. I mean, one of my favourite series on YouTube at the moment is, I don't know whether any of you guys are FIFA fans and use the site Foothead. They've got a YouTube channel and he does, I'm not sure what his name is, but the Free Pack Project. Really enjoy that series on YouTube, and at the moment I think probably my favourite channel and everything is probably that. Right then, time to move on to the next question here from Fox Ninja. What do you think about using fuel in F1 in 2017? Sorry, he just says, what do you think about using fuel in 2017? I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. If that's about Formula 1 and refueling, I'm not too sure. I mean, because TMT Reviews also talks about this, refueling in 2017. Honestly, it doesn't make a difference to me. I think there's not much point. I mean, it just increases risk, and I don't think refueling is the problem for Formula 1 at the moment. And yeah, Martin Odd still also asks in the middle of here, what do you do during a normal Thursday? Well, Thursday is actually a day when I work, so I go to work. And yeah. TMT Reviews also asked, and we're going back to him, when do you think you'll hit 50,000 subscribers? Well, my aim is to hit that by the end of the year. I mean, that would be really, really cool if I can hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully it will happen, but you never know. YouTube can be quite crazy, can't it? Sometimes things can happen when you least expect it, and hopefully that is, you know, gaining a lot of new subscribers and new, you know, people watching my videos over F1 2015, and that's the aim at least, because I enjoy this as a hobby and it gives me a good experience. Hopefully that can happen over F1 2015 launch. Oh wow, quite a lot of questions still, and my throat's starting to hurt quite a bit here from talking so much. The Owl Who Likes Books Q&A. Would you rather see who would rather drive in F1 Williams alongside Suttle? Oh, sorry, I'm confusing myself here. Who would you rather drive in an F1 Williams alongside Suttle, or drive in Suttle's 2009 Italian GP Force India? I'm confused right now. I think he's asking, would I rather drive alongside Suttle or race in Suttle's 2009 car? Well, obviously I'd race alongside Suttle, but obviously I'll get destroyed. Next question comes in from Bardley123. He asks, do you think F1 will ever come back to South Africa? There are rumours about a Cape Town street track. I mean, that'd be quite cool, wouldn't it? I mean, nothing against F1 going to South Africa. I mean, hopefully it goes to more parts of the world. I mean, at the moment I think certain parts of the world with lots and lots and lots of money are buying up parts of the F1 calendar. I mean, we need to have, I think, quite a lot of Grand Prix in Europe, but I still think we should go to Africa, you know, South Africa and everything. That'd be really cool to have another. We don't have any tracks in Africa at the moment, do we? I think we need to have one or two at least in South Africa to try and drive the fan engagement up as well there. So I think that'd be an incredible idea. Hopefully that does happen and go ahead. F1 fan asks, if you had a chance to make to F1, which F1 would you choose? I'm not too sure what that question is. I'm sorry, F1 fan, but that doesn't really make much sense to me. Yeah, I can't really answer that question because I don't really understand. But if you're watching this video up to this point, try and describe it a little bit more in the comment section so I can answer it in a comment form. Gran Turismo Forza in terms of physics, that's from UM Gaming HD. Gran Turismo. Dominic Butler, what happens after YouTube? Well, I don't know. He's just saying, if YouTube stopped tomorrow, what would I do? I'd just continue on my daily life. I mean, obviously I want YouTube to be around because I enjoy doing videos and everything. So yeah, hopefully I can just keep doing videos. And what happens to YouTube after YouTube for me? I mean, nothing really. I'm happy. I've got a good job as well. So yeah, me, nothing. I mean, if he's asking about another video sort of site after YouTube, I'm not too sure. Dailymotion, Vimeo, neither of them are that good. So maybe not them. Maybe it'd have to be something incredible to overtake YouTube. At the moment, it's still number one. Silent Drifter 7 Media. If you only had $1 million to build a car for any motorsport, what would you build? Probably a British touring car. I just enjoy the racing, and I think that'd be a good place to build a car, especially at the $1 million. I'm not too sure what that converts to in pounds, but probably enough there to build a good car to be in British touring cars. Lasse Larsson asks, what do you think about Marcus Ericsson in Sweden? Nothing against Sweden. I mean, I've never been there and everything. I mean, it's really cool to visit Sweden at some point. And it's just the way that, you know, the way I read it in my head, it makes it sound like he says I'm having a problem with them. But yeah, I'd love to visit Sweden one day. Really cool place to visit. Go to the rally as well. WRC rally, Sweden, insane stuff. Hopefully I can do that one day. Marcus Ericsson, he's done good in F1 this year. Everyone wrote him off, including myself last year, but he did a good job here. He's brought money into the team as well. I mean, I'm not saying he's a paid driver, but that's vitally important to modern day Formula 1. He brought money, he's done a good job, and yeah, I think he deserves another season after this as well. Jordan Melton, what is your job and any future plans? Personally, guys, you know, obviously some people are interested. At the moment, I don't think it's probably best for me to just discuss what my job is. It's nothing bad. It's, you know, a job I enjoy, but I don't think maybe you know, people would appreciate if I just went on about it. So at the moment, I'm not going to say anything about it. But yeah, plans for the future to get a video editing job. Obviously, I'm not doing a video editing job at the moment, but the job I'm doing at the moment, I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and yeah, it's good. I mean, it's quite tough, but it's enjoying, and yeah, I'm looking for a video editing job and everything as well, and hopefully I can obviously find one, because that's obviously my goal in, you know, my career. Ex-Pros Noobs, when did you start YouTube and what motivated you to start? I started YouTube in July, the 1st of July 2011, and obviously you guys know what motivated me to start. If you were an F1 driver, this is from Fraser Rowe, which team would you drive for and who would be your teammate? Oh, that's tough. Ferrari, McLaren, Ferrari and UGE there, because I might be able to beat him. Saga Off says Q&A, Senna or Hamilton, Senna, Chilton or Maldonado. When you buy project cars, we do a co-op. Oh sorry, I'm reading this a bit too fast here. I've got project cars now, obviously. I'll probably be doing a co-op on F1 2015. That's another question. Can you play Besiege or other games that aren't racing? I mean, I do play other games that aren't racing, but my #1 interest in games is racing and motorsport, and apart from that I play a bit of FIFA, but apart from that really not that much other games that aren't, you know, racing games. So yeah, we're getting on, and hopefully I should be able to finish this Q&A before I run out of gameplay. PlayStation Gaming FM, what is your opinion on refueling? As I said, don't think it's going to make much of a difference into Formula 1. What is your favourite race of the season so far? Probably Malaysia. Message to the stupid haters, doesn't affect me whatsoever. So yeah, you can keep doing what you want, the people that don't enjoy my videos, but it doesn't affect me one bit. PlayStation Gaming FM also saying, love your FIFA videos, thank you. I'm trying to keep those. I've actually got some to upload as well. Can you answer 10 questions in 30 seconds? No. They're all from PlayStation Gaming FM, by the way. F1 Heads 1 will say, when did you start YouTube? July the 1st, 2011. And why did you choose to do racing games? Good question. Watched Mickey Motions and Into the Barriers videos, and I really enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed motorsport and racing games, and I didn't actually start off doing racing games. I started off with Call of Duty, and this morphed into a racing game channel, and I've enjoyed it ever since. If you're invited to Codemasters, what specific chains would you want, you know, other than announcement? I'm sorry, maybe I'm reading this a bit too fast here. If you're invited by the Codemasters, what specific chains would you want other than the announced ones from the game? Oh, okay, I was reading it too fast, wasn't I? Probably just to talk about career mode and why they've changed it, so why you can't be your own player and why you can't use your own helmet, nationality and everything. Because I'm sure a lot of people that aren't, you know, playing this game in like Europe or whatever, especially if you're playing in America, you don't have an American driver that you can represent or whatever as well. So yeah, I'll just question about that at the moment. Next question comes in from Chalang Bamareni. What is your favourite Call of Duty game? Black Ops 1. Gaming B Joe, or I'm reading these too quickly. Gaming by Joe Q&A. What would you do if you got more subs than PewDiePie? Just keep doing YouTube, I suppose. I could do it as a full-time job. Aaron also asked, do you plan to cover some F1? Do you ever plan to do some F1 coverage on a weekend whilst you're at the Grand Prix. Well, I mean, I haven't actually ever been to a Grand Prix. I mean, it's something on my bucket list I want to do over the next couple of years, and maybe I could do some reporting or something if I do go to it. But really, it'd be about trying to enjoy the, enjoy the event, really. So yeah, Tom Lalkin says, you told you worked. Where do you work? And do you something to do on your work? As obviously said, guys, don't really want to go into too much detail at the moment. I don't think it's fair to people that obviously work there and everything. So yeah, and also he said, I love you, Vid. Well, thank you for that. Charlie Haynes asks, do you think refueling is a good thing for Formula 1, and why or why not? Honestly, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, so I don't think it's a good thing to do. Gary Lowe, my question, money no objects, what would your dream road car be, vintage or modern? Audi R8 or Volkswagen GTI, probably. I mean, if you're looking at vintage cars, I mean, obviously some cool ones out there. Maybe some like one-off built cars. Maybe the Volkswagen W12, I think it was, like their supercar, that'd be cool. Maybe, I'm not too sure. Connor McMullen, what do you prefer, the old Silverstone circuit or the new one, and why? Probably the new one. Yeah, it helps overtaking, and overall it's just a little bit better in my opinion. And the last question from Luca Townsend, what is your favourite F1 game ever? Either F1 Challenge 9902 when I played it at the time. I've played it recently. I didn't really enjoy it, but when I played it when it was actually a new game, I really enjoyed it. And more recently, F1 2010. Right, I don't know how I've done that, but I've pretty much timed that perfectly. You're literally on lap 10 of 10 of this gameplay here, guys. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And yeah, thanks again for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay and me talking for like 48 minutes. It's been a tough old video for my voice. Thanks again, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you all next time for another video. It's been Alex. I'm out of here. Goodbye.